Young Slip, man. Thank you so much for coming on.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Let's start with where it all began for you in the music industry.
I think probably dates all the way back when I was really, really young. I started playing guitar when I was 7. I started beatboxing at 8, and then I started playing the drums with my uncle. Then I played a little bit of piano, but then I feel like I always dropped those within like a couple months. But whenever I started rapping, I like had a passion for that for a while, and it's been like going on 4 years now. So it's something I really like doing.
You can beatbox?
I can't do it that well, but yeah, I can beatbox a little bit.
Okay, it's interesting. Could you lay something down?
Yeah, I guess
I'll put
so.
you on the spot.
I don't know. I haven't done it in so long, but yeah, I only did it for like 2, 3 months. So that's kind of like what I picked up. So it's not amazing.
That's pretty decent for 2 to 3 months. I won't even give it a shot because it would sound like shit. So, yeah,
Yeah,
to
it
me,
wasn't
that's
something
pretty good.
I love. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's not something. It's what I used to be known for in my school. I used to be known as like the beatbox kid, and like even after I stopped, like I was like 2, 3 years after I would still be called the beatbox kid. So it kind of was annoying considering I didn't even do it anymore. But
And they don't even notice you as the rapper kid.
now, I mean, I just graduated because I'm come from Quebec, right? So there's only 11 grades
Mhm.
instead of like 12 like normal places. So I just graduated, but I remember like no one really messed with my music when I first got into it. A lot of people made fun of it, like, and that's what like really broke down my motivation. But I kept doing it anyways, and then eventually I would go on Spotify for artists. I would see I'm on people's playlists, and it made me happy. So
No, that's wild.
that's
It's great to see fans, especially fans in your hometown or
yeah, especially
city.
seeing them change.
Mm.
Like even the teachers would know about it. Even the teachers would bump my stuff sometimes. It was like I went to a really really small school. There's like maybe 100 kids.
Mm. What's
So
the rap scene like in Canada?
the rap scene in Canada, man, I don't know because I'm the only like rapper in my area. I live in such a small like gated community that there's like no one. It's just country singers and like no rappers. So, but I've expanded my horizons to like people in Ontario. I met Kaigame, someone I collaborate a lot with, and he drove all the way over here, and then we made some songs and stuff. But like it's a lot more underground than like the UK or the States even. Like there's just a lot less artists I find.
Mm. You hear people come out of Canada and you're like, oh, they're sick. But like when you go to look for Canadian rappers, most of them are French.
Yeah, exactly. They're either French or they're already like mainstream, like everyone
Mm.
just kind of like knows them, like Drake or Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
But
Who's your
yeah, there's
inspiration?
definitely I get inspired from a lot of different people. Obviously, like Juice World for sure. I
Hmm.
have a big Juice World influence, like Joe Kenji and stuff. But it's mostly just like I guess even Ski Mask has a big influence too. I used to listen to that a lot when I was younger with my cousin. That's what really got me into rap was like Ski Mask, like the old Lyrical Lemonade videos, like Famous Dex, even Lil Pump. So like all like the SoundCloud wave, that's what really got me into it. And then I kind of like started listening to more melodic artists.
Mm. You can hear it in your discography as well, but there's one track that stands out the most, and that's Bird and Ernie. Man, what the fuck is
Oh,
Bird and Ernie, bro?
oh, okay. Because here's the thing is like I like to whenever I make a melodic song, it always has a lot of like deep background behind it, like whether it's like talking about like mental health and all that kind of stuff. But whenever I make like more of like an aggressive song, I just like it to be like straight garbage. Like not make the song bad, but the lyrics just gotta be talking about like dumb stuff like bitches, hoes, like even
Sesame
foot
Street.
fetishes, just weird shit, man. Weird shit. And I love it because I don't like to take this shit too serious. Like I want it to be a career, but I like to have a lot of fun with it.
Mm.
So Bert and Ernie, like I heard this beat and I clicked on it, and as soon as I started recording, I didn't write anything for that song. It was all a freestyle, and I was just like wow, wow, and I was like, it sounds like a Bert and Ernie kind of noise. And then I just made like some dumb shit, and then I told my friend to hop on it, and it's like one of my favorite tracks now.
Yeah.
but it's weird. Like I also have Cantina. Cantina is like a Star Wars beat talking about a bunch of weird shit too. Like I just do that because why not? Like
Yeah,
you
true.
gotta have like a meme scene. I like to do multiple genres, so having like some meme songs, melodic songs, hard trap songs, everything. I like to be in multiple places at once.
Have you had a first show yet? Have you performed live yet?
I performed like 2.5 times actually. First time that it was like
Very specific.
two, no, because like what happened, right, is I had these friends that went to a university like 10 hours away, and my sister went to the same place. So we went up to go see her. And then at the same time, I got invited to this party. They're like, yo, come over. We can like, we got a whole setup for you to come perform, right? So I get there and they want me to perform on this balcony in front of a bunch of like university kids. And I was 16 at the time, and these guys were like 25. So I don't even know what I was doing there. But anyways, so like the sound system is downstairs, which would make no sense to me. And then I was like, all right, so like, where's my mic? I was ready to go on. And then they just look at each other, they're like, I was like, what is that supposed to mean? And they had no mic for me. So then this like guy named Gons, bro, he's like, hold on one sec. So he goes into like this room, comes out with a megaphone and was like, just go for it, man. So
That
I call it a half performance because I like halfway through a song, bro, I just quit. I was like, dude, this is like no one can hear me. This is horrible. So that's why I call it half a show. But I had two other shows that were like done properly. It was really fun.
that seems like the most ghettoest show ever.
Oh, it was so dude, as soon as you walk into like their apartment, it was like a bunch of like spray paint and stuff. It was so funny. But like inside so nice. But like
Yeah.
just like the outside, it just looks like such a like sketchy place. But it was actually it was a really cool party. So shout out Future House.
For the megaphone, and that's wild. Um, there's a common thing with Canadians that you guys are all friendly. Is that true? Like, you guys all friendly as hell, or is your community just fucked?
Well, yeah, I don't know. It's kind of hard to like depict that because, like I said, I'm from Quebec, so everything is French. And I'll tell you right now, French people, 70% of them are just straight assholes for no reason.
Yeah, that's a
Like
fact.
it's not even like if I go into like a restaurant or something, I order in French. I try my best because I'm not like fluent. I can speak a decent amount of French, but I'm not fluent. So I'll try my best, and they'll like start making fun of you, bro. Like they'll just start laughing at your accent, saying you're saying the words wrong. But like me, if a French person tries to speak English and they fuck up a word or two, I'm not gonna be like, "Oh, you said that wrong." So like I don't know. They just kind of like make fun of you for just trying. But I know other Canadians, like I find like for me personally, like if you're like chill, like just to start off a conversation, I'll never be rude. But if you start to get annoying, I could be a dickhead. So it just really depends. Like it's the initial
Mhm.
conversation that's why we get stereotyped to be so nice because when you first talk to someone, usually you want to leave a good impression. But after a while, once you realize it's like this guy's kind of annoying.
The French thing is just fucked. Like, what a terrible way to introduce someone to your language. It's like, oh, you said that wrong. You're a dickhead.
Oh, dude.
Like,
And
it's
it's
just like,
it's
what?
getting bad. They're adding so many like new rules. Like they're trying to add this new bill. I think it already got passed where like you have to take three of your main classes in French. Like so your math class would be in French, your gym class would be in French, and they're forcing it in like English colleges and stuff. And they're also trying to ban all English performances in Quebec, which is like also really fucked, which is like, bro, I already get laughed at when I try to go to McDonald's. So like can we like keep this to a minimum? I already don't like it here.
Quebec sounds wild. That's just like a weird capital that isn't Canada, isn't it?
It
I'm
just seems
I'm
like
trying to
such an
think.
NPC. It's like an NPC place of Canada. Like it just doesn't seem real. And like we get a lot of tourists here, which is crazy. So it's like I just want to know like who in the right mind is like, yeah, this is a place I want to go on vacation.
Yeah, when I think of Canada, I think of Vancouver.
Toronto,
Yeah, and that's
like
about it,
stuff like
man.
that. And and then it's just like Quebec. It's just like why? I don't even like it here. I don't even know. That's why I'm trying to slowly move out of here. But
If you want French people, go to Paris. Like, come on.
literally, bro, we don't need two French places.
um, how long have you been doing this rap stuff, man? You said a couple years.
Yeah, actually, I started when I was 13. and I started writing because I didn't know how to record. I just started writing with my friend, and we would just like go on calls. We'd write a bunch of lyrics and we'd spit them for each other and be like, "Yo, is this good? Is this good?" And then I came across an app called Rap Chat when I was like a month before I was like 14, and I was like, "Bro, it's like some rinky dink. Like you just throw a beat on and rap on it." So I went off like that, and I did that for a while and slowly upgraded. So 13 till, well, practically 14 recording to 17. So 3 years recording, almost 4 years writing. In November, it'll be 4 years of me like doing rap.
Jeez. Have you ever felt like just giving up and just like
There's
doing a
been
normal 9 to 5?
there's been so many times where I think about that. And then like that mindset stays for like maximum a day because I just read the comments and I'm like, bro, there's like people that like listen to my stuff like religiously. So like
Mm.
I can't give up, man. Like even if I'm helping one person's day be influenced, like that's what I want to do it for. But that it definitely has a lot of its downs.
How do your parents feel about you rapping?
Bro, I actually hid it from them like the first year and a half. Cause like what kind of parents want to hear their 13-year-old kid like talk about popping Zans and fucking hookers on a private jet, right? Because I used to listen to Lil Pump. That's when he was like hot. So like I would take influence from that. So I was like, bro, like they're gonna kill me if they hear this. So then after a while, like they like I forgot like that I had them on my Snapchat and I posted like on my story and they seen it. And I was like, oh shit. And then they loved it, bro. Like my parents, their favorite songs by me are like the ones that I say like the weirdest shit because they just think it's hilarious. So like they're very supportive. They've always been a really good help to like my music. They help me with like whenever I'm trying to make merchandise and all that stuff. Like they're really big help.
No, that's sick. Supportive parents definitely keep the motivation up. Like you don't have to
Oh yeah,
hide
they're
it. You
they're
don't
they're
have
very
to.
laid back. Very
Yeah.
laid back. I know like my friend, he tries to make music and he's like, oh no, I can't. My parents are home. Like I know like they can't because like his dad's like a pastor or something.
No
So
damn.
like yeah, so like music is like he's been hiding it low key for like 2 years. Like well they know, but they don't know, you know?
Solid effort though. 2 years.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I was not trying to like hide it from them for as long as I did. I just wanted to get out of the Pop and Zans era before I showed them a song, which is when they found it. So it was good. They didn't go right into like me saying a bunch of dumb shit.
So you went from your phone or just writing to your phone. But like, what has been the hardest part about the music industry? Obviously, not the phone part because you're still going.
Yeah, it's definitely it's not like motivation or anything. I think it's more just like marketing.
Hmm.
Like that's what I find is the hardest thing. That's why I want to do like an interview or something, just like kind of like see where I'm really at. Because marketing is like so hard. Because I've been, like I said, I've been doing this for like 4 years, and it's not like I'm famous or anything. Like I got a couple thousand here and there, but it's not like I'm huge. So marketing is like definitely really hard. You have to consistently push every day. And
Hmm.
if you get lazy one day, like it shows. It shows like instantly. You get instant feedback. Be like, bro, you're already down 20% because you didn't post anything today. Which is like the annoying part because like promo does get annoying and it does get boring. It's kind of like doing the paperwork at like an office job, but it has to be done. So that's probably like my least favorite part.
Yeah, it doesn't help when Instagram goes, "Oh, you didn't get as much engagement this week." You're like, oh, I
Oh,
know.
it just spits in your face. It's like, bro, I know, but like you didn't have to tell me.
I slipped one day. Leave me alone.
Yeah, it is, but it is what it is. But you gotta keep pushing.
When would you say you've made it? Like, when would the end all be all for you?
Like when I say like that I'm big enough to say that like I'm big kind of
Yeah,
thing.
yeah,
I don't there's two sides. There's like my level what I'd be happy with and what like the standard would be. So like standard, I'd say like if I had like 500K on like every platform, I think that'd be like everyone would be like, yo, you made it. But I think if I had like 50K on like every platform, maybe even 40K, I'd be like, I'm definitely being able to pay the bills now with like this.
Hmm.
So I think I'd be happy with that much and be like, yo, I got my like my loyal fan base. I got a decent amount of clout. So it's pretty sick.
Yeah. And how do you sit down and write music? Are you like the one who sits in the shower and thinks of stuff, or do you can sit down and just like song?
I just sit down, I'm just like song. My friend gets so mad, Kid Sway gets so mad whenever I do something because he'll send me a song. He's like, all right, bro, cook this up. So we'll hop on a Discord. I'll share my screen. I'll cook something up. And then he's like, yo, how you already have this like pre-written? I just sent the song. I'm like, bro, I just freestyled it. And he gets so mad because he has to sit there forever to write. But like me, it just comes naturally because I've been freestyling so long. Like writing is like probably like at least my second least favorite thing in the industry. Just so boring. You gotta like the syllables rhyme. You gotta do that. But like when you're not looking at anything, it's just your mind flowing. I find it comes so much easier.
Yeah. Most people can't go straight off the top of their head. So that's a good skill to have.
It took so much time, honestly. Like I would just sit there and like look at objects in my room, start rapping about deodorant and wood, but like eventually it just came good. So it's just a lot of muscle memory, and then you get used to like what words rhyme. There's always
Have,
like a rhyme scheme for every word.
have you tried battle rapping?
Battle no, because no one else really raps.
Oh yeah.
Like I mean, like I could do it like over online or whatever, and like, but I mean, no one really beefs with me on in the industry. I kind of keep to myself. I have my people, and if someone says it's bad, then I just pin their comment, and then like everyone else just shits on them. I'm petty like that. Like if someone calls my song shit, I'm just gonna make sure that everybody knows this one guy is stupid, you know? But battle rapping, no one at school really raps, so like, and I know no one would want to like challenge me because I was the only dude that did do it. So if you wanted to be like, yo, I want to try doing a rap battle, like I would be the last guy they would want to go against.
No, that's I know they have, I think it's King of the Dot somewhere over there in Canada, I believe. But I don't know if they run that anymore.
I've never heard of it.
No? Check them out. I think they're a couple years old. Like I don't think they do it anymore, but they had like all the rappers. I know it's over there somewhere. I don't know if it's States or Canada, but it's big. It was big at least.
It's called what? King of the Drop?
Dot DOT.
Okay, yeah, I found it.
Hmm.
Yeah, they still do them.
Oh shit! Well, there you go.
Yeah, like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. That's crazy. I'll have to check them out because I know like sometimes they get really ignorant, man.
Hmm.
Like the lyrics are like brutal. I'm like, bro, how they come up with that? Like, I'm not really good at insults. Like, I can say one insult and then laugh at it, but then I stop. You know, I
That's
feel
a
like a two
Canadian in you,
bar.
man.
I feel too bad. No, it just like after that, like I come up with like one hard bar and then I put all my energy into that. I don't think of a follow up, and then I'm just like, that was my roast.
Yeah, that's very Canadian of you. Why do you think Drake doesn't put diss tracks out? It's Canadian. He's too nice, man.
I think he's just trying to be a good influence for his son that he hid.
You got anything coming out in the end of 2022?
Yeah, I have a couple projects coming, not like album wise, but a couple singles. I mean, I
Hmm.
got I'm the Man drop in the 21st. That's kind of like it's got like a jazz like saxophone type of beat, and I'm just saying dumb stuff on that too. And then I got a very melodic one coming out called Drunk Text. I haven't found out a release date for that one. But those are two things that I have coming guaranteed, and I haven't cooked up anything that I want to drop other than those.
No, those two tracks should kind of run you out to 2023. Holy fucking shit.
I hope not. I like consistently dropping because then like if you're big, then it doesn't matter how often you drop, like people are still going to be there. But when you're trying to make it, you have to consistently like bring it in, which is annoying because like I have to constantly make music, but
Mm.
it's fun, so I don't complain.
Have you thought about dropping every week?
I did used to drop like every like 3 to 5 days at one point because that's what like
Damn.
when there's like not enough effort in the lyrics, right? Everything was just cooked up so quick, so speedy, and I could just drop them. But now it's like I spend sometimes up to like 5 days on a song because I just keep going back and I change that one part, one part, one part. Then I gotta make the artwork, the lyric video, send it to stores 2 weeks in advance. So like
Mm.
it would be like really hard to do it every week. So I do it now. I had a good schedule. It was every 2 weeks, but now kind of fell off that. Now it's been like 3 weeks to a month, which I don't think too many people are happy about. But I've been busy with getting stuff ready for college and whatnot.
Mm. How big is college in Canada? I know it's big in America, but like how big is it in Canada? Is it just as big?
Like, what do you mean, the building wise, or like people that go to college?
Like people that go to college? Because I know it's like the end all be all for Americans, but what's
I'm not sure
Canadians?
about. I'm not sure about other places because like there's not like huge like we don't got like Yale and Harvard and stuff, but
Mm.
I know a lot of people go to college in here, but like a lot of people drop out. So many people I know like that are like few years older than me, and they'll be like, "Don't go to college, don't go to college. It's such a waste of time." But just because like they couldn't finish the classes, I guess, or
Mm.
like it just wasn't for them. But like so many people I know are just dropouts.
What are you going there for? What are you going to go study as your major?
I don't even know myself because I don't know what I want to do. I mainly want to do music, but I feel like in my circumstances, there's like no way to do music with like other people. Like there's no other creative artists and stuff. So I took like this springboard course where it's like transition to from high school classes to college classes, just so I can go up there, be in the city, and kind of experiment and not have to like bust my ass off. Because I know if I take a year off, I'm not gonna go back to school. So I just jumped in, picked something simple, and then I can just transfer the credits to whatever I want to do after.
No, that's sick. A lot of people in your position would go see 1,000 monthly listeners and then go, "Oh, okay, I can just drop school and pursue rap." But it's good that you're going to college and then doing something with that. They don't offer like a music management or business.
Well, they
Um,
have business and stuff, but they're all like 4-year courses, right?
mm,
So like what if it's like something that I don't even really what if it's like business like in like a weird sense, you know?
yeah,
And they have music schools here, but I mean, those are like pretty far away, pretty expensive, and they're just gonna tell me what ways my vocals bounce off the walls and hit like the light decibel or whatever. I don't know. My friend Matt was explaining to me, and I was like, dude, I just want to know how to do the things, not why they do that.
just tell me why.
I want to know what effects to use, not why the effects sound like that.
Mm.
So they go in too deep. But I mean, I like I said, I've never been to a school, so I can't make full assumptions, but it's not really I feel like just doing me, I made it quite far as it is.
We did go through your inspirations, but who's your top five, man? Dead or alive?
Top five, okay. It's hard. I can't put them in order, but I can just say like probably my top five in
Yeah.
general. So I have to put Lil Tecca just because dude always comes in clutch every summer with bangers. Then there's Dom Valley. I've always wanted to make a song with Dom Valley because he started popping off in the underground. I say Juice World obviously because he's crazy. Dro Kenji and probably I Love You August. I listen to most of his songs and I'm happy I managed to get a song with the guy. He finally answered my DM and I was like, this is crazy because I listen to like most of his songs on a daily.
I'm gonna be dead honest with you. I've only heard of one of them people, and that's Juice WRLD.
You never heard of Dro Kenji?
No, no,
Dro
man.
Kenji just got signed to Internet Money, so he's getting pretty big too. He
Mhm.
has like songs with like Snot and whatnot. I think he's really good.
I'll have to check him out. I'm more into the 80s, 90s, early 2000s.
Okay, well he
Yeah,
makes more like Juice World type of music.
that's our age bracket, I think. Because I'm up in my 30s, man. So like we have that age difference of rap.
You're like in your 30s?
Yeah. Oh,
That's
20,
wild.
28, man. 28.
Oh geez, man, you look like 22.
Oh, shit, man.
I thought you were like a freshman in college almost.
No, but yeah, that's our age difference, man. I've noticed a lot in the people I speak with and their flow and their style. It's very 2020, like SoundCloud rappery ish in a way.
Yeah, I kind of have a weird lingo,
Hmm.
but I mean, no, I don't normally speak like that, you know. I like to just say because it sounds stupid.
Hmm.
A lot of
I
people
do.
say like we got weird slang, so it's like just
Um,
saying them just because it sounds funny.
man, we have weird slang. You should hear other countries when they hear us speak. They're like, what? But yeah, what's a slang for you guys?
Yeah, because we have like there's like Canada slang and then there's Quebec slang and then there's like where I'm from the middle of nowhere slang. So instead of saying it's like it's beautiful
Hmm.
and stuff like that, it's is no longer a word where I'm from. It's she.
What?
It's she. She's beautiful. She runs good. It's just I'm hot out today.
That's wild.
And instead of saying like bro or something, we say son. So it's like, what's up, son? That just and it's just so natural. Like, but other people come here, they're like, bro, what? You sound so dumb. But it's
Yeah.
just so natural. But it's like it's kind of hilarious because like kind of like a little country redneck area.
Mm. What's a so we have a saying here in Australia, it's we're not here to fuck spiders. So that's why we're not here to mess around. Do you guys have something
That
similar?
usually it's just I ain't playing no games or something like that. Like
Yeah.
I never heard that one, but I kind of could depict what you were meaning by it.
Yeah. Chuck that one in your friends group next time you're chatting away. So we're not here to
I'm not
fuck
here to.
spiders. Let's go.
Oh, that's funny.
That's a big one. Do you have any advice for anyone who wants to get into rap?
I'd probably say like stay true to yourself, like stick to it. Like if you like doing it, do it. Because I got into it like mainly because it seemed cool, and like even though I got a lot of negative feedback because people were saying like, oh, like you're bad or whatever, like you're gonna be bad even if you don't notice your shit, you know?
Mm.
So just stick to it because you will get better, and that's like a fact. You will get better, and then you're gonna be like, wow, like if every song you drop, if you don't think the last one is not as good as the one you just dropped, then like you're not doing it right. You got to make sure that every song you're making is top tier. It's always better than the last, so that you when you go back 6 months or something, you're like, bro, I was garbage. You know,
Mm.
always want to have that improvement.
No, that's good advice. A lot of people are like, "Oh, do this, do that," but improving on yourself is great advice.
Oh, there's a bunch of kids that started in my school like a few years ago when I first started, and like they all are like, oh, this guy's rapping is so easy. So then they started rapping too, and then they got shit on the same way I did, but they give up.
Mm.
They couldn't handle being made fun of. It just wasn't for them. And then I guess I kind of made that a trend. Now like kids are like trying to be rappers. They're even copying the young in my name, put an X on it, and they're like acting like they make music. But I just kind of find it corny because it's not really a flex to make music. It's just kind of like a hobby.
How did you come up with your stage name, Young Slip?
Oh, dude, you're gonna put me on the spot for that one. That one's the dumbest story ever. But I used to be in a Fortnite clan
Mm.
when I was like 13, 12, I forget. And like I everyone had like the RTK in their name. I don't even know what RTK stands for. None of us do. We just put RTK because it sounded smooth. And everyone had like weird names like Arrestant and like stuff like that. So I was just like, what if I put Slip? And I was like, no, that looks basic. Let me put two P's. And then I started doing music and I was like, well, I don't want to be Lil. Everyone has Lil, but like I don't want to be like young and just write like the word young basically. So then I put like an X in it because I thought it would have like a more of a unique kind of look to it, and I thought it looked pretty smooth. And I thought I was so original when I made that until I looked up like young and I seen like bazillions of people that did the same thing. And I thought I was like, bro, I thought I was so clever, but like other people have thought of it. So, but yeah, it came from like originally like a Fortnite clan.
Mm.
Then I
Do
haven't
you,
changed my name since.
do you get confused as young like Yxng Slip? Like
Oh,
they
dude, I get called Yxng Slipp way too much, and it's so annoying, man. Or like Yikin, Ying. It's like just take the X out. You can kind of depict that. It's not super hard. Like I mean, if you make a mistake, like I guess like if you go up and be like, "Yo, is it this or that?" But like people will literally like genuinely believe that it's Yixen. But like every time they read like a comment or something like, "Oh, Yxng Slipp," it's like, bro.
man, rappers be out here with wild names, so I wouldn't put it past anyone to have that name. So that's why I asked, is it Young Slip
Yeah, yeah,
before we started
you
spinning you?
asked. That's you asked just because you didn't want to mess it up because like I mean it is like a little bit weird looking, but some people like literally just genuinely believe it's that, and
But
then they'll try to argue with me. They're like, no, bro, it's literally Yixen. I'm like, bro, you can tell me how to pronounce my name, bro. Like I made it.
no, I'm surprised you didn't. Most rappers I speak to now have their Xbox tag or their PlayStation tag as their rap name, and that's wild because that tag has been with them for years, and then they're still going with it.
I actually changed like maybe like 3 years ago. I changed like my Xbox name to Young Slip. Like anywhere you look, any platform that has music or anything, or even just social media. Like if you search Young Slip, I'm gonna if I have an account, it's gonna be under that name.
What's Twitter like for you guys? I know it's big in the States. I hate comparing you guys, but like, what's Twitter like for Canadians?
Well, it's not used like at all in my area. I don't ever use Twitter, man.
Hmm.
Like I
Yeah.
have like 17 accounts because like I want to see a post that someone shares on like an Instagram reel or something. And like, go look up this on Twitter. So I'll look it up and I'll be like, bro, what even is my account? So I'll just make a new one because of how much I don't use Twitter.
Yeah, that's crazy. I feel like it's literally just an American thing in a
But
way.
like, I don't know if it's bigger in other provinces, but definitely in Quebec, I don't find it super used a lot.
Hmm. I do have a list of 4 questions, man. I ask everyone the exact same question. What's your favorite food?
Favorite food? Probably poutine or pizza.
What's a putzin?
Oh yeah, forgot. People pronounce them as poutine. I don't know if
Ah,
you ever poutine. It's like fries, gravy, and cheese. It's like kind of like the
okay.
Canadian, it's like meal. But anyways, like people read it off as poutine, and everyone calls it poutine, but like it comes from Quebec, which is pronounced poutine with like a little like Quebecois accent. And like
N-
so the only
Never
people
heard
that
of it.
pronounce it properly is like French people. And then like people get mad at me when I call it that. I'm like, bro, it's literally how it's supposed to be called. But yeah,
Like,
it's fries, cheese, and gravy, man. It's
yeah,
actually so good.
that's exactly what we would call it here in Australia. Fries, cheese, and gravy. There's no like word for
So
it.
you have you ate it before then?
In a way, I guess. We just call it loaded fries here, man. Loaded. So like sometimes they'll chuck bacon, chives, sour cream,
Yeah,
all,
yeah,
all
bro,
that
that's
around.
crazy. That's
Yeah.
crazy, man. Yeah, we have an actual name for it.
Yeah. So when you said it, I'm like, what the fuck's that?
Yeah, man, it's a weird place. We got like bagged milk here.
Yeah, I heard that. How does that work?
Well, it's just like you know, what was it a Ziploc baggie?
Mhm.
It's like that, but you just cut like a little triangle in the corner, and then you just spills out the corner, and you put like in a little like container, like holder. It's weird, man.
You know you got bottles for that shit, right?
Yeah, I guess, but it also like reduces in size, I guess, whenever it's empty. It's just like a little thing of plastic. I don't know why we do it. I'm not the milk like police, but I mean, I'm just used to it. We
Man,
also like live in igloos in the summertime.
bullshit.
No, no, dude, I actually got asked that a lot. Like, do you guys actually live in igloos? Like, do you have like you ride moose to work every day?
We get that, but with kangaroos. It's like,
Oh yeah, I'm sure you heard a lot of snake jokes too.
oh yeah. Being from a different country, before I continue the 4 questions, what do you have like what do you know about Australia?
Uh, I know one of my biggest fan, Oscar, lives over in Australia, but I don't know really much about it. I just know that there's like, isn't there like a lot of forests and stuff with like wild animals? Like not like the places that like people live in, but I just know there's like a lot of like forests and stuff.
Hmm. Probably not as much forest as you guys, but we have a good amount, mostly on the east-ish coast. Our west coast is pretty deserty.
But yeah, I don't really know much about it at all. Isn't soccer pretty big over there? Or football, sorry.
Yeah, football, which is kind of like a weaker version of the states NFL.
Oh, okay, so you guys actually play football there too?
Yeah,
Because
we.
like, because like I don't know if you guys call it soccer or football. That's why I like
Hmm. Oh,
because different
oh,
places.
when you say, oh yeah, so you're saying soccer is football. We have a thing here called football, which is like the NFL
Yeah, yeah,
from the
we that's what
states.
we call it. We call it there's football and then there's
Yeah,
soccer, but some people call soccer football.
and those people are too confusing, and they need to sit down.
I don't know, just call it soccer, man.
Yeah. um, Netflix or Disney Plus, man.
Definitely Netflix. There's so many good series, but like, bro, they gotta speed up making those series. I've been waiting like 4 months for like a new season for stuff.
Hmm.
But
What are you
definitely
watching?
Netflix. Man, I just binge watched Young Sheldon.
Hmm.
Man, honestly, I like those like teen romance shows, bro. Like they're corny, but they're low key like so interesting. Like Never Have I Ever and Ginny and Georgia and stuff. Like those like dumb shows. Like I just see them in my feed and like might as well watch it. And then like the plot's actually good, so then like I'll play on my phone and watch it. And I just watched through and like, yo, I just watched the whole season of this. Can't believe it. But they're actually decent.
Yeah. Um, PlayStation or Xbox? I already think I know the answer to this.
Yeah, I have an Xbox.
Yeah.
But I don't really play games anymore. I used to be like hard on 2K, even Roblox, man.
Hmm.
But then now it's just like I go out with friends, drive around, or just make music.
Yeah. And what's your biggest conspiracy?
What do you mean by that? Like
Conspiracy theory, man. What's your biggest conspiracy theory?
like that
Yeah,
I heard of that I think is like the most interesting.
yeah. What do you think? Like what? Like yeah, yeah. Yeah. That's like what have you heard that you feel that's interesting, but you can't. Do you have a conspiracy theory? Is what I'm trying to say.
Man, there is one that like was not like coming to my mind right now. But like I mean there's a bunch of like basic ones like the Illuminati, but those ones aren't really that cool.
Mm.
But like I don't really know. I think yeah, I honestly can't even tell you, man. Like I have to like literally sit down and think about it. Like it's not coming to the top because like there's a bunch of them I was thinking of, but now I can't like fully put the pieces together. But I used
Mm.
to watch a lot of Shane Dawson's like theory. I can't even talk, man. Conspiracy theories. Yeah, but I used to watch a lot of those, and those were pretty trippy, man.
Mm.
But
There's some wild ones out there. I came across one like a couple months back that the United States government killed JFK because he was going to come out with all the talks about aliens and all the dodgy stuff they've done.
oh yeah, no, see, now that sparked the plug. I think probably like Area 51, man.
Mhm.
Like just the Area 51 itself, like what even is that, man?
Do you guys have an
Like
equivalent
if
up there?
no, not that I know, but I just know there's Area 51 and I'm just thinking like, bro, like if there's SCPs, apparently those are real, like those are like literal monsters. So it's like it's hard to believe, but at the same time, it's like the entire like top tier militaries guarding that.
Hmm.
So like there's gotta be something in there, man. I don't know what it is.
I feel like you guys wouldn't, if you guys had it, it'd be classed as like, it's going to sound racist as all hell. There's nothing here, eh? Like if it was on the map, like there's nothing here.
Nothing here to see there, bud.
Is that big there? Like the A's and the buds and
I think we don't really say A at the end of our sentences or anything. We usually just use A as a sense to like call
mm,
someone like, hey, you. Like
mm.
that's the only time we really say A. Or like if we want someone to, if we're like talking to someone and we're like, hey, that's you. It's just kind of like to get someone's attention. We don't really use it other than that.
Man, I feel like I've been
But
lied to my whole life about Canadians.
I'll do this because we don't got a voice, man. No one here is famous. We can't have like, no one can like spread the word. But, and whenever someone says like, sup, bud, that's pretty big around here. Just kind of like to greet someone. You're like, sup, bud.
I don't know. Like, yeah, you're the way you're talking that through the interview, it doesn't sound Canadian, but when you start saying like "sup, bud," I can hear your Canadian accent. It's
Oh
wild,
yeah, bud. I can bring the Canadian accent out anytime I want there, bud.
crazy. Like, I don't know. It's just wild to me. I love
Fun
Canadians,
fact,
man.
fun fact, I literally hate hockey.
Yeah.
And even though it's Canada's biggest sport, I hate hockey. I've always liked basketball because I'm tall. So I just kind of like got forced to play a center all the time.
Shit, man, I might cut that out before the Canadian community comes for your head.
No, like, I'm not saying the sport's bad. I just saying like me
Yeah.
personally, I hate playing it. Like I don't mind watching it, but me playing it, it's just not fun because like I'm like atrocious at it.
Oh yeah, it
Like
looks wild, man.
like skating and then also having to like control something. Like, I can skate okay, but like even skating, I don't like.
Hmm. Like I couldn't imagine. And then you have to watch out. You get shoulder checked, man. You're hitting that ice hard.
It's literally like football, but like you're quick as fuck.
Yeah. Nah, no thanks. I wouldn't do it either. So, before we
Yeah.
wrap this up, man, do you have anything to say to your ever-growing fan base?
Man, thanks for supporting me for real. You're helping me, helping a kid chase his dreams. So that's what I appreciate the most.
And to anyone who isn't following you, what do you have to say to them?
Why are you not? Just go follow me, bro.
Simple. Very simple. Yxng Slipp, man, thank you so much for coming on.
It's been a pleasure. Thanks for having me.